This is Eric Cobra, and this is Let's Play Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Blind. So, this game, here's what I know. Basically, after Konami fucking lost their minds and decided that all their beloved franchises were better served as pachinko machines, and Metal Gear Solid really needed to be a zombie survival game. As far as I understand, the guy who had been pretty fucking influential in the whole Castlevania series decided to jump ship and do a Kickstarter for a new game in the vein of Castlevania. Not Castlevania, but in the same vein, and so on. And it was successful, and, well, then the game came out, and unlike other games that tried to bank on this whole nostalgia thing, I hear this one actually succeeded and was good. So that's great. I've never actually played a Castlevania game before. So yeah, this is very new for me. So let's get started. Extra mode. Yeah, no, let's just start with the basics. Very dramatic save game setup. Name. Yes. Okay, so apparently whoever that down there is an extra character that was added on, and I was advised by my boyfriend to start with the one it was starting on, which must be Miriam. Normal. Most airborne enemies are susceptible to thrusting attacks. Okay, I'm gonna thrust into them flying enemies. Oh, what the... Stop.
The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shardbinders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shardbinders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind.
I'm sure that will increase your employment opportunities.
Countless innocents died. And though the church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shardbinders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Jebel, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who was spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin.
Right, just about to be sacrificed and she falls asleep. Really rude.
Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens.
What was the alchemist even trying to accomplish?
Upon learning Jebel is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
I mean, what were the alchemists really planning how they'll go? Well, okay, sure, we couldn't use alchemists in our industrial world with their ability to transform base metals and make super cures and who knows what else. But now that they've released hell upon us and awakened Satan to feast upon the souls of the innocent, I think we can find a room for them in our industrious worlds. After all, they've proven themselves, to be determined. What's the plan?
Johannes, are you certain it was...
It was Jeebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent.
Well, some of them.
And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to, there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jeebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
Ah, so you knew there was a risk.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I'm sure we'll learn about that as we go.
I wish I had the answer.
Or, as the text says, wish I had the answers, yeah. Why is that not capitalized? I also know she has some stained glass rose tattoos all over.
All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
Okay. Oh, that chest. But I don't think it was a chest. Knife Kung Fu boots! Equipment items can be viewed under equipment in the main menu. Awesome. Select how to change equipment in inventory. Item will be equipped by selecting from the list. Choose from the fire easy assigned not to encumber movement. A knife for self-defense. Ah, his horns. A hair accessory resembles ram horns. Miriam's favorite. Scarf. Miriam's favorite scarf. Okay, so I can either kick or stab. I think I'm gonna go with stab for now, but we'll see.
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
I'm prepared. That's all. I have a knife. Oh no, there goes the wall.
I'll take care of it.
Shard, a crystallized form of demon power. It cannot be handled by an ordinary human being. Conjure Shard. Press F to trigger projectile magic for 6 MP. Cerulean Splash launched a bouncing ball of water at enemies.
Was that a shard?
I think it was.
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
Also, there's a giant hole in the side of a ship. Like, I don't know about this particular type of ship, but I know that in most types of ships, if you have a giant hole in the hull, it's considered a problem.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
Nom nom nom.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get. If I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Your confidence in him is inspiring.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
Ah, yes. Well, I suppose they would send more than one.
How did they get inside?
Probably the same way as they did here.
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
You know, the guy you saw there, probably getting torn apart as we speak. Conjure cerulean splash. Okay. Oh. Accidentally hit the Windows button. Let's see. Demons. Seaman. A pelagic multiped that occasionally leaves the sea to torment the land. That's kind of cute. Galleon Minerva. Ah, you can indeed. Good music. Morte. Unless the demon must draw form and sentient from other sources. I do know a little bit about Castlevania from Reputation, Abigail. Smash lanterns and get chicken from the walls. Miss it for restoring a small amount of health.
This device responds to magic. Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
There's certain doors would open by Miriam's arm, holding Miriam's arm in front of it. Oh, that's bad. Someone released the Kraken. Hit me even as we die. Huh. Hey, hello. A half-bird creature that can raise winds with its wings. Yeah, it seems like they're just building over the side here. Let's see if there's anything up here. I leveled up! Hooray! Well, that worked really well. Country dress. A common plain dress. Intelligence up, defense up, way up. Mind up, sure. Well, I guess I'm wearing a country dress now. I just noticed something on the map. Up there. But I can't get to that. Oh well, let's check out. Don't you get involved. undead knight wields his own head as a weapon. Oh, so it does. Rusted ring. I noticed also a helmet is swung around. Rusted ring. A rusted ring. Good to know the rusted ring is a rusted ring. Well, that boosts my defense a bit, so, yeah. Tunic. Longship made of plain cloth. Not as good as a country dress. So what's over here? Seems to be a chest. A potion. I take a bit of damage, but nothing to worry too much about. Let's check down here first. Yeah, I'm not really having much hope for the crew at this point, gotta admit. Oh man, we can load with cannons. Directional shot. Use a needle obtain flame cannon shot to light the cannon fuse. Well, that's gonna be fun with my mouse. Cannon mortar. The mortars possess a cannon capable to hurl fire. Well, that doesn't help. Let's see. What mod can I easily use that I can... F's news, Q's news, R, R's news, obviously T. How about V? Doesn't seem like I'm using V for anything. There. Yes, thank you. There. Cannons can drop a mana roast when destroyed. A mana roast is a mana roast with slight repetitions MP. Take that, goopy boy. Bronze halide sugar. Probably for crafting or something like that. Ow! How dare you? not like that. Ah, yes. Leaking. But actually also went pretty well. Let's rate the cargo SP rounds. Sugar, sweet and essential ingredient for making desserts. Metallurgy is color from added tin. Salt extracted from rocks. A cheap lumber. Rotten glimmer. Brass materials is disgusting flailing. Social distancing, you tentacle creep. Galleon map. Right. Yeah. Ah, well that is helpful. I can see that I'm missing something. I should have been suspicious when we encountered that cannon prompt. Oh wait, I do have a way up. It's all XP. Well, this seems odd. You can save your progress here. Work with Benson Tilda. This seems peculiar, but hey, I healed up. Just another worthless shrine here in the middle of the ship. Nothing to worry about. We'll call that one a time. Airband. The simple airband that keeps hair away from the wearer's eyes. Intelligence and defense up. Just to make sure I hadn't missed anything. SP rounds. But it wasn't my inventory setup. A gun can be shot by equipment consumable bullet. When you run out of the top bullet was equipped, the bullet replaced with a much weaker infinite bullet. Okay then. Musketeer, infinite round. Sub-point rounds with no penetrative quality. Cool. Maybe not necessary right now. let's try a Kung Fu show for a bit. MP max up. I'm curious about something. And my curiosity compels me to investigate. I wouldn't happen to be able to break through here? No. In that case, I must be able to come back here later with, well, better skills. Oh wait. Right. Went a bit too deep. Oops. This way. Well, this diversion was definitely worth it. Now back on track. I was supposed to summon a waterfall there, but whatever. Awkward. Sure sword. A short sword favored by soldiers. Oh wow, I cut his head off. Yep. Just straight up decapitating people now. Ah, how convenient. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Bronze and cotton. Oh, wait. Land to Tattered scarf. The tattered scarf is actually better. What's that? Mental defense probably? I don't know. Yep. it's actually specifically the head and not just an entire limb will hurt you. That's actually good to know. Again, seems I'll need better aerial movement qualities if I have to get up there. Ghost. Dusting makes me feel good. An apparition that slows the movement whoever it touches. I guess it makes sense the cans wouldn't be fond of fire. I mean, fond of water. Douse them. Seems like we're having calamari for dinner. Claymore. Come and join the grave zone. Seems like it's a bit slower, but delivers some oomph. Corn seed, rice seeds, potato seed. Fucking smack you with a fucking claymore. Interesting. Oh, well, if I'd known I'd be creating my own wall here, or shortcut here, I'd just have waited until then we're going back. Ah, well. Live and learn. Let's just take the theory. Okay, when he pulls it, or when they pull it back, it still hurts like a motherfucker. Okay, well, since I created this shortcut, I want to use the opportunity to heal up, just in case. Seems like we got a big beastie attacking the ship, and want to be ready, you know? Head flail. Attack using a dollar hammer's head as a flail. Cool. Now I just need something to test it on. Man, ship's falling apart. What? Accidentally hit that button. A whip. We're gonna play Indiana Jones now? Or is this a classic? A sturdy leather whip. I'm gonna stick with the claymore here for a moment, thanks. It's all the same to you. Seems to hurt. Uses a lot of mana, but it hurts. Yeah, big damage is real good right now. Potion. I guess I'll have that if I need. Took a little bit of a beating up there, but it's all good. Let's see, plenty of coin. And what's in here? Ah, it would be so lucky that it's another safe place. Probably right before the boss too. Wow, going full Phantom of the Opera here, are we?
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Jibal, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
Look, he's wearing a big black cape, he's wearing half a mask over his face, he has a golden black grimoire in his hands. Seriously? You don't believe it's him? He looks like, you know, he looks like fucking Sephiroth by way of Count Dracula!
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right.
Can you explain how that's gonna do anything good?
Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
Oh, go post it on your live journal already.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken, convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense!
You told me our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do.
Look, I'm thinking the dramatic guy over there is kind of halfway brainwashed or something.
I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jibal, we must return.
Yes.
Yeah, something's wrong. He's being mind controlled or something
Miriam,
like that.
I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell.
Yeah, I'm already doing it right now. It's
If
awesome.
you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
Jibal, wait!
Well, that's a problem. Whoa! Well, I fended her off. Maybe not. You missed. Fucking being comboed here. Ow! Got them tentacle. I should probably... I can still hit you here. Boom! Thrashing tentacle. Attack first one of Vapas's tentacles.
I saw it. Just a flicker. That was the Jeeble I know. I will put a stop to all this.
I appreciate that she's smart enough to figure out just from those very obvious classic cues that there's something wrong here. Oh shit. Wrong button. I think so. I hope there wasn't more there because I accidentally hit a wrong button.
Bloodstained.
Awkward.
We're here.
Yeah, I pressed wrong button because it's just like press on, I just brain fart. Hope there wasn't more she said there, that was really important.
Was this a village? What happened to it? The demons Jeeble summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
Lots and lots of things, Miriam. Vapor. A sea demon fear for hailing storms and casting ships into the abyss. Sort of a Scylla-esque figure. Neat. So here we have a shardbinder has lived for 18 years and been frozen in time for another 10. She was taken as a child of the alchemy guild and planned with crystal that lets wield demonic powers. Miriam was to be sacrificed in the great demon summoning, but fell into a deep sleep and was spared. Now she's walking to the news with Gable, the man she loves like a brother, and may have opened the gates of hell once again. A shardbinder grew up with Miriam was raised by the alchemy guild. He was sacrificed in the great demon summoning and was only the only one besides Miriam to survive. Enraged, he slaughtered his supposed family, the alchemist, and disappeared. While Miriam slept, Gable grew older. Now he had returned to England with a horde of demons and a hellish castle at his command. A former member of the Alchemy Guild, unaware of the organization's darker plans, befriended Miriam and Gable, who were close in age. After the guild's demise, Johannes allied himself with Dominique in the church, using his skills as an alchemist to learn more about the shards to predict when Miriam would wake. Together they vowed to go to Gable's castle and put a stop to his plan. Gramory, one of the 72 demons of Solomon, she never leaves Gable undefended. Shards condense demonic power in crystal form to ordinary humans. No ordinary human can wield shards. They must be assimilated to the body by individuals known as shardbinders. Sometimes when a demon is destroyed in the human world, its residual power will crystallize into a shard form. A term for people that the Alchemy Guild implanted with special crystals that binds with demonic power. The crystals infest the human body and left unchecked will corrupt it entirely. Johannes has found a way to temporarily halt Miriam's corruption, but he cannot reverse it. The Alchemy Guild sacrificed most of the shardbinders using their demonic connection to open the gates to hell. Also known as Spiritus Aureum, the guild once possessed great influence over the aristocracy, but their power began to wane at the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. Desperate, the guild's top members called forth a horde of demons to prove the need for their existence. How the fuck does that make any logical sense? See, you need us! Because demons! And maybe the plan was to release the demons and then defeat them. In order to show how powerful they were or something like that. The Hellhole. The castle Miriam one was summoned into the same space occupied by the former Alchemy Guild, and thus share many of its features. Demons. The 72 demons of Solomon and the other creatures of hell that attend them. Well, I can return to the ship, but I've explored Armenville.
Promise you'll be careful. I just hope that she's still safe.
Just stay down. indeed a giant rat. A monster rodent attended by a retinue of smaller rats. Oh, there's a lot of fucking eyes. Bone mortar. A mortar has possessed a human, destroying its flesh in the process. Oh wow, their heads are like upside down. Huh. Kick. And white.
Oh, thank you, Miriam. You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing or two about expelling demons.
Yeah! You seem to be becoming well equipped for this.
An exorcist. And we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important, but you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger, but she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the shardbinder Jebel is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other shardbinder after exactly 10 years.
Yes, it does seem rather sus.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Jebel my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Alright, you're still here, tiny child.
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? We didn't mean to ignore you.
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
There's somewhere safe around here? Oh, that reminds me, I have a new, You know what, let's try out the whip just for funsies. And while we're at it... Thrashing Tentacle. May not really get to test it out here, but, maybe we'll try it out next time.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
I mean, it's not on fire, and the walls seems to be mostly, you know, intact and so on, so yeah.
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
That's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
All right, but we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will.
Time to get shot in the face by a cannon again. What a lovely place we have. Allow me to immediately start smashing it up. Waystone. A relic that takes you wherever you picture. Requires concentration. Ah, for quick travel around the place, I imagine.
Miriam, welcome. Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post.
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying.
No, makes sense, makes sense.
No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can.
I can also buy shards from you if you no longer need them.
Wait, is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power, but there is a limit to how far that can go. And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption
may accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
I'm sure you do.
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around?
Sure.
What are you looking to buy?
I have a fair deal of gold. Replacing the...
Is this right? Then we have a deal.
Yeah.
Is this right? Many thanks.
Replacing these seems like a good idea. Medicine for putting poison from the body. Don't know how common poison will
this
be,
right?
but let's have some on
deal.
hand. From blasphemous curses, so flexibility to petrify flesh. A substance that poisons you during health for a period of time. Well, that sounds great. Should do for now.
I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. You can use it to explore further in.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe. They all have troubles that need resolving. If you can spare them the time.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
Thanks.
So there are still demons outside? Oh, they're so scary.
Don't worry, tiny child. I'll handle it.
Dominique, what is all this machinery?
That is photographic equipment we've been working on.
Photographic?
Oh, that's very newfangled. But I don't know if it's gonna take off. It might just be a fad.
To put it more plainly, it allows me to capture images of real life, landscapes, people.
What? Really? Can I try it?
Unfortunately, I don't have the silver bromide I need.
I'll see if I can find it. Be right back.
So, silver bromide. Gotcha. Oh.
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them.
Okay.
So, what'll it be?
Interesting. Let's try.
I'll go with this.
Ooh, I like it.
We transformed it into a ring. Use ingredients to prepare new foods. Enhance shot. Use materials to enhance shots. Fascinating.
Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you. I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
Makes sense.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder, considering the struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Noted. Eating a new food for the first time will run me up with a stat boost.
Are you eating properly? So, what'll it be?
Well, we don't really have the resource to make anything.
Johannes, can you tell me more about what happened 10 years ago?
Oh, more scenes.
It started when the interests of the rich shifted away from the spiritual and esoteric in favor of more material investments. The alchemist's research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons, so they warned again and again that demons would come if people let go of their spirituality. But people don't change that easily, so the alchemists took a more drastic measure.
You mean us? The shardbinders.
Ah, so it was supposed to be something like that. Well, that kind of relies upon not being discovered.
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did. But at least you have the facts of it.
It's all right. Thank you for telling me.
And here we have a save point. They're all the same and all includes the statue. It's probably important in some manner. Anyway, I feel like that's a very good startup. We landed, we touched up with a contact, we set up base, and we defeated a schooler. So, this has been our co-op, has been Let's Play Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Blind. See you all around.